Imagine it. Northern California, 2007. A little bouncing baby boy of 5 years old wakes up on a bright...
Get out of here with that. Super Nintendo do it, Jenna don't, am I right? Who cares about that edgy try-hard system? That's dumb. What about the from that era? The Amiga CD32. What? Wait, we actually are talking about the Super Nintendo? I thought that was I'm making a complete what of myself? The most embarrassing thing you've ever seen? And now it's worse because I'm repeating everything you're saying in the microphone? You thought we were done, folks, but we're back, and it's, but it's, you. Super Nintendo?
He's bisexual.
So we all know that I owned a lot of Genesis games. That was what the entire previous ranking video was about. And now we're on to Super Nintendo. It's competitor. Cause why not? Can you tell that it's been a while since I filmed? I don't remember how to talk on camera. More context. I played Super Nintendo a lot as well growing up, but I literally, most of the games I had were on like old floppy disks that worked through a like attachment piece that would play said floppies, and all the floppies were like basically like bootlegs or pirated or some other thing basically, and most of them stopped working. I don't know if it was the floppies that stopped working or if it was the attachment piece that stopped working, but something in them stopped working, and so most of those games were no longer work. Let's go! It's fine, we're fine. Happy April Fools, everyone! So let's start off with Donkey Kong Country 1. I'm a big fan of the DKC series, or at the very least the second game, because who isn't a fan of that game? But I think it's obvious to say this one isn't nearly as good as DKC 2. And it always sucks to play it after playing DKC 2 because the controls feel different. Like this one doesn't feel nearly as tight and responsive compared to that one. Like it's a lot more frustrating at times. Like don't get me wrong, there are some very, very cool visuals and stuff, but it's like when you compare it to the second game, again, I know I keep comparing it to the second game, but it's kind of hard not to because it for sure. I feel like pretty much most of the Donkey Kong series from when I've played them and just from what I've seen, kind of all just lives in the shadow of DKC 2 because of just how phenomenal that game is. And maybe I'm just biased because I've never really gone that far in this game because of Minecart Carnage. It's the most evil fucked up level in existence. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I've tried, I've gotten so close. It's always that one last little bit at the end where it's like you think you're in the clear, you get like those last like 1 or 2 guys or whatever, and you think you're in the clear, and then there's that one that always sneaks up right on you right before the exit. But that's okay because the biggest thing that this game has going for it is the music. Obviously, it's absolutely incredible, and I love it, and I enjoy gushing about it to people. But I am also not the brightest at explaining things, so if you want a better explanation of why and how, I would highly recommend Liam Triforce's Understanding the Music of Donkey Kong Country. Go watch it. It's very, very good. It sums up a lot of my own personal feelings on it, like honestly, and it also explains the technicals of how the music was made way better than I ever could. Like, I could try, but it would not be good. Go watch that video. It's very, very good. Game gets a B tier primarily because of the music. It's what keeps it up in that level. Otherwise, it'd be a C tier in my book. But you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna be nice and give it B tier. I don't have the same tape that I did last time. I don't got duct tape. I don't got like painter's tape. I don't got anything like that. We got Scotch tape this time around, folks. The production's really, our production value's really, really in the shitter, so to speak. Hey, you like my squeaky, creaky chair? This is the household gaming chair. It's this rusty asshole chair. It's perfect. It's amazing. Donkey Kong Country 2! Yeah! Genuinely in my top 10 games of all time. Honestly, I love this game so much. Wow, what a shock. Someone liked this game. Wow, yeah, okay, it's a very, very popular game. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It's very good, though. It is absolutely worth every bit of hype it gets, every bit of respect, every bit of love. It's always worth it, and truly, 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 this is the best Donkey Kong game that I've play personally. It's easily the most rewarding feeling platform for me to play. Well, so this one is definitely considered objectively harder than the first game, which, yeah, this game gets mean. This game gets mean, especially in the latter half. Like, it just becomes the minecart level in the first game, but for every single level in terms of just being messed up and evil. The sprite work in this game is top-notch. Like, obviously they were able to improve the graphics a fair bit, which really adds to the overall, like, vibe and feel of this game. And in turn makes it so much prettier to look at. I really prefer looking at, like, the official renders for, like, this one specifically compared to the first one. Like, the first one definitely has this charm. I have a very deep appreciation and love for 90s, early 2000s, like, renders around, like, N64, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, PS1 kind of era. I have a very massive love for that kind of stuff, and that's why I love the renders in this game. And I feel like even through the compression with, like, you know, the map being turned to sprites, it still comes across, and I still think that makes it look so much prettier. Like, it's very smooth looking compared to, like, the rougher look of, like, the sprite work, transferring, like, the models into sprites in the first game. I feel like it's much more seamless in this one. And the character and enemy sprites really play a big part in that. Like, they just look so good in the second game, honestly. This is a game that, honestly, I feel like deserves a whole video dedicated to itself, realistically, but we all know why it's good. It's challenging but rewarding. It has phenomenal music. The graphics and the enemy designs are perfect and still hold up and look really, really great, especially if you're playing it on, like, something with, like, on, like, something higher end or whatever. We can, like, up-res it a little bit but still have, like, the sprite with sprite art. And it's just a good-ass platformer. Like, it really probably is one of the greatest of all time. A fun thing, the save file on this one is actually at the final world, and that was after having a couple of years of having to get back to there, because years and years and years ago, throughout my childhood, my mom and I, mostly my mom, would play this, and we made it all the way to, realistically, I barely did anything, but she made it all the way to the final world and to the final boss and was never able to beat it. And then one day, a couple of years, like years ago, like 5-6 years ago, I decided, hey, I'm gonna play this game again. And then I boot the game up, and I see the save file is just gone for some reason. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, I have never seen that, because with the first game, it still has a save file from the 90s in it. Like, it still has an old-ass 90s save file on it, and it's still there after all these years, and we played the game significantly less, and yet it was gone on this one, and my mom was so genuinely upset that I made it my goal to help her get as far as feasibly possible, and I helped us get to that final world. Oh my god, I never want to do Snake Shanty ever again. I hate that level more than anything else. I swear to God. And that is in the third world. And it sucks. I hate that one. Oh lord, I feel like that is the one that broke us the most, I feel like. Well, we made it! I've also been playing it on my Switch, on the Super Nintendo online thing, and I've also made it around that far, so I think I feel confident enough to say that I'm actually decently good at this game. This game is a solid S tier. I need to stop doing the YouTuber voice. I hate doing the YouTuber voice. I'm so sorry. Chat, I hope to never do a YouTuber voice ever again, but unfortunately it's just kind of par for the course with the type of content that I'm making. I ultimately will never be able to escape that. I will never be able to escape the YouTuber voice allegations. Like, you ever have it where you get into the flow of making videos or thinking about making videos, that even when you start having, like, internal dialogue, you kind of just start talking to yourself in the YouTuber voice, and you feel, like, really embarrassed about it, but it's like you don't want to tell anyone because it's so stupid, and you're like, this is one of those weird things that I don't think I should tell people. I don't know why. It's not like it's, like, the worst thing in existence, but it is one of those things where you're just like, why am I doing this? I'm not even a full-time YouTuber. I've made, like, what, 4 videos that are all just kind of okay in quality? And now I feel like every time I think about something, like my opinions on something, I start going into like the YouTuber type monologue voice, and then I start like saying funny things, and then I have a moment of being like, oh, I should write this down. I said something kind of funny, and then I never do. And then all these ideas will forever exist in a void, and that's why it's hard for me to make videos. Anyways, on to the next game. Super Mario World! Wow. I just can't get into old 2D Mario, or honestly just 2D Mario in general. Like, I'll always have a soft spot for New Super Mario Bros. Wii, because it's one of those, like, core childhood memory games for me, but it's definitely not my favorite type of Mario game, and I'm terrible at that game. Because, okay, in my experience, 2D Mario always feels extremely slippery to control, and not in a way that feels really tight and responsive to recover, at least compared to like DKC2, where it very much like it is a little bit slippery, but it has like good recovery. I mean, there's so many great moves where you can do that kind of like cartwheel or like spin off of an edge and then jump at the last second and get yourself back up. I feel like that's a lot harder to do in like 2D Mario. I don't know. I enjoy platformers and more difficult games and even older games. Obviously, did a whole ass video on that. Again, something about ones like these just frustrate me more than I feel it is worth playing or to really enjoy. And I will say, I do have immense respect for my mom for being so good at games like these, and for even beating the game when I was a kid, and I remember seeing it and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. I certainly know I would never be able to make it even close to the final world, especially in this game, because it gets so confusing in the latter part with like all the different like secret routes and stuff like that, and stuff like that. I could not. It takes a certain type of skill that I just personally don't have for ones like these, which is fine. If I want to play a really solid platformer, that's what I got DKC2 for. The music's great. We got that going for it, so yay! And it gave us Yoshi, which that's one of my favorite Mario characters. I named my dog after it, after Yoshi. I got like a whole little Yoshi shrine over here behind the thing. So yay! And it also gave us the Super Mario World cartoon, which had a awful but kind of amazing theme song. Super Mario World, it's a blast from the past. With that though, D tier, I'm sorry. It's poop. It's poopy. I have way less interesting stories to talk about this one compared to the Genesis one. One little interesting thing which I might have as like a little side bit. I do actually own an old school player's guide, like official player's guide for the first Donkey Kong game. And when I was a kid, I like loved that thing. I love flipping through those. I love flipping through like old video game magazines, which we still have like a huge stack of that were my dad's. Honestly, I've considered maybe doing a video of that in the future, of like going through all of like the old magazines that I have and like just kind of just like showcasing stuff, because there's some fun stuff in there. Jesus Christ, Mordecai, hurry up! I'm sorry, I don't want to yell at myself. Now for our Don't You Fall. I have had this experience before, and we're not going to do this bit again. We're not. So on to our fourth and final game. Dr. Mario Tetris Combo. Let's go! 2 in 1! Let's fucking go! Tetris! 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 Tetris good! Tetris amazing! Okay, but for real though, I have had Tetris Effect for like over 15 years of my life. I have to take very long breaks between when I play Tetris, because every few months or years, I will get like the worst, most extreme like Tetris fever, and like I will play the game nonstop for like a solid like week or two or however long, and I get so severe Tetris Effect that my probably ADHD brain gets so much worse because of it, because all I can think and see— oh, Shiver has fallen. You're not supposed to be dead, buddy. Because all I can think and see is just Tetris. Everywhere I look, Tetris. Because the funny the funny block game, go brr. It has actually genuinely helped me though with throughout my life in weird ways in terms of being really good at space utilization and being able to fit like pretty much anything into a space and knowing how to arrange it, because I will literally just start playing Tetris in my head. It's kind of crazy. My room is a massive game of Tetris that I'm constantly like modifying and like shifting through. It's kind of insane. This is a weird thing that I still don't understand, and I don't know a whole lot of people who deal with this. But, like, Tetris is a sort of, like, low-energy, like, almost brain rot kind of game for me, because I could just sit and play it for hours, and just to the point where my eyes just kind of glaze over, and I'm still concentrating enough where I could be, like, some crazy, like, high level or something that I've made it to, my eyes are glazed over, and I'm still playing, like, perfectly functionally fine. And, like, and it's, like, all I can see is Tetraminos, and all I can hear is Koro Biniki. The Tetris song! And then as for Dr. Mario, I don't know, it's okay. It's like if Puyo Puyo was less satisfying, honestly. I don't know, I've never been able to get into it, it's just okay. I have like 2 notes just on Dr. Mario itself. It's fine, it's not my thing. I love puzzle games. That is a puzzle game I'm not a fan of. Like, if I want to play a puzzle game, I'd rather play Tetris, I'd rather play Puyo Puyo, I'd rather play Picross. However, hell hath no fury like my father getting his ass kicked by my mom in Dr. Mario.
Father! Both!
That is truly a sight to behold. But whatever, Tetris is literally the greatest game of all time, but sadly Dr. Mario being attached to it brings it down a tier, so it's A tier. Yippee! Yay! Yippee! Yay! Wow, we did it, folks! Wow! I'm gonna have to film like 40 other segments for this, oh god! Where the f*** am I doing a Mip voice? Whoa! Mip Grossberg, is that you? Go watch me and my friends play Ace Attorney. It is truly the greatest thing of all time. I will also put that in the credits. Oh, the credits. Why am I French? I feel like that's what most French people ask themselves, is why am I French? This video is gonna be a nightmare. And just like that, our 4 games. Wow, what riveting stuff. Well, next year for an April Fool's, will I do all of my Game Boy games? Will I do every single console that I have? Will I do my Game Boy? Will I do my DS, my 3DS, my Wii, my Wii U, my Switch, my GameCube? No. I'm never doing this again. I'm sorry. This was literally just because there's 4 games and I thought it'd be funny to do it because haha, there's only 4 games. What the f*** be the point of doing that? So it's an April Fool's video. Haha, get pranked! Okay, bye! Please watch my other stuff. It's probably way better and way funnier than this one will be, but who knows? Okay! Thanks for the butt chewing audio, Yoshi.